Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and the place where we discuss all things government contracting and how to get started with small businesses. And I keep going over and over trying to explain the acquisition planning cycle and you know informing small businesses, the different activities that they have to conduct for each quarter. So I would like to discuss maximizing quarter one, the key activities for your business. So I took a couple of notes, but because I had to create my little agenda or I'll get off, and I can't stand getting off. And I want to make sure I keep the video short and concise and what things need to be done to really scale, build, start, scale, and grow your small business. Certain things need to happen. It is important to know the rules of the game and how to play it. And so in today's video, we're going to be talking about quarter one, and I want to be highlighting some critical activities that can help you succeed going forward for fiscal year 24. We need to take in consideration that quarter one is when many people are taking off and going on vacation, because in quarter four, most contracting offices block off July, August, and September, so there's no vacation time because that is the most busiest time of the year for contracting professional. So that's when we're receiving in a lot of requests for different services and products, and they have to be obligated before the end of the fiscal year, and that's September 30. So October 1, that's when quarter one begins, and that's when we should be focusing on. When you kick off quarter one, you should be reflecting on previous year. Okay, what did we do right? What did we reach our goal? Did we hit our pipeline annual target revenue? So these are some of the things you need to be going over and see. Also, this quarter, you should be enjoying, some well-deserved downtime for the holidays, because you already know they're already taken off. And that way, this is the time to use this time wisely, and you should be taken off because our schedule needs to mirror our customer's schedule, right? So that way, when they're in the office, we should be in the office. And if they're not in the office, then we should not be in the office. So when they get back to the office, we're ready, we refreshed, we had our break, we've spent time with our family, we've taken that time to recharge and spend that quality time with our loved ones. So, and then when you return back with a fresh perspective because you've had that downtime. You have that time to be able to reflect. Then let's talk about cleaning up our customer relation management system, our CRM, because this is the perfect time to review, update your customer data, ensuring that everything is current and accurate and relevant. You've updated everything. You have all the industry days or the events you've attended, conferences you've attended, any business cards you have, you've been inputted them on the CRM, any capability statement information you've received, any data that is pertinent to go into your CRM. So that way you can set up your effective marketing and your sales efforts, because you already have everything in there. So when you start sending out those emails, you already have that information. Now this quarter also, we should be focused on professional development. Many times we just get to working. However, we're not spending that time to do professional development. Training. We as small business owners still have to have our professional development training, to make sure that we are doing the latest and greatest, to make sure that we're continuously improving our processes and procedures and implementing those systems in place to really systematize the business. So God forbid, say you get sick and you can't go to work. Okay, what's the next plan? Who's going to take over? Who's going to let our customer know that we're not going to be in the office and we're going to be out because we're sick, or we had an emergency happen in the family? And that way things don't just stop. And many times as a small business owner, we're working in the business and on our business. And sometimes we don't think about those things that could possibly happen, or an emergency happen, and you want to continue to give that excellent service that you've been given. So that's why it's important to take that time out to really evaluate everything, invest in training to your staff and yourself, so that way you continue to elevate your knowledge and your skills. Now, also, Q1 is a great time to do your strategic planning. Strategic planning is the cornerstone of our business. We have to think big picture and then put all the technical things that apply to it. That way we know it's getting done and we're constantly moving the business forward. So you want to revisit the strategic plan that you did, and then make sure you set clear goals, outline actionable steps, and align everything so that way your team knows exactly what needs to happen as well. And then also, I believe in going after the sources sought. Many times we see the sources sought coming out and no one is responding. The sources sought notices in the RFI lets the contracting professional know that, yes, there is a small business out here that can do the work, or there's a woman-owned small business out here can do the work. Hub Zone, AA, it doesn't matter. Whatever your organization or company is, respond to the sources sought notice, so that way you don't have to compete against the large businesses. When you are small, you need every competitive advantage you can get, because you don't have the team that the large businesses have. You don't have the resources, that money, and you don't have the time. You know, we're limited on time because we're wearing multiple hats sometimes until you hire someone to fulfill that role. But in the interim, you're fulfilling that role. So Q1, you're going to often see an influx of sources sought and requests for information to see who can do this requirement for this fiscal year, right? So you definitely want to respond to that so you don't miss out on those opportunities. And then next, we want to talk about building relationships. All right, building and nurturing relationships should always be our priority. And in Q1, you can focus on strengthening those connections with your clients, your partners, your industry, your peers, and then going through your events database, you know, seeing how many different events can you go to, planning, because that's part of your planning. And that way you can open the door to more opportunities, and then get to know your team and partner, and building those relationships is very important. Now, as I wrap up this video, because I always want to keep them very short, and I'm very aware of others people's time, and I always want to keep it in manageable bite pieces that you can implement quickly and immediately. That this video is to maximize Q1 and for success and the key activities for your business. So that was, we want to recap, is the holidays is reflection. Clean up your CRM. Then be sure to do your professional development training. Strategic planning, ensure that you are hitting your targets, ensuring that the overall mission and everybody knows the overall mission and the vision of the company and what the objectives are. And then make sure you're tracking and measuring those objectives. Then we want to respond to sources sought notices. And don't forget that building relationships is key. It is critical. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. You're not going to want to work with people that you don't know. You're not going to want to work with people that you don't trust, because that is your name. That is your brand. Everything you've worked for. And if you hire someone that doesn't have the same work ethic as you do, then it could be detrimental. Or the partnership that you have got locked in is just like a relationship. You know, some partnerships you don't want to be in. So that is important to start nurturing those relationships. See if you all are on the same page and are after the same objectives. And that's what's critical. And by focusing on the holidays and cleaning up your CRM, investing in that professional development, strategic planning, responding to those sources sought notices, and building those relationships. You're laying a strong foundation for a successful, productive year. And that way you're going in it. And also, last thing that I do want to bring up too is, this year we're closing everything out too, so we can get ready to do taxes. So don't forget that one too. That's a very good one right there. And then if you found these tips helpful, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more business insights. And thank you for joining, and have a wonderful day. Take care now. Till next video. Bye.